Well, howdy folks, Kdog here. Tonight, thought about watching another movie. Of course, don't mind the way I sound. It's just, from a little bit of the seasonal changes, I've developed a little bit of a cold here. So, so I sound a little congested a little bit. But tonight, we're going to take a look at the third film in this version of a whole saga, actually. We're going to take a look at Creed 3. Did not get to see it in the theater, but I've been really enjoying that film series and want to check it out myself. So that's the thing with movies these days. You wait a little bit, they come out onto streaming or disc faster than you can say blink an eye. The movie theaters don't really get a chance to make profit off of the movies. So we're going to take a look in my kitchen here because we got a little something here I'm going to try out. And this is a way that movie theater chains have found a way to kind of earn a little bit of extra money due to the loss of the movies themselves. So I bought this at Walmart. There's also a microwavable they're both microwavable, but there's actually a microwavable, in the pouches or whatever. But AMC Theaters has licensed out their recipe for some popcorn. And basically how it works is that you put some into a bowl, comes into a bag like this, or a microwavable brand, or the microwavable version. And you pour some of this into a bowl, you microwave it for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then you enjoy it. So we'll see if this tastes like the movie theater brand. Of course, right now my taste buds are a little jacked up because of a cold, but we'll try it. So here we go. Okay, so this is kind of, my table's always a mess, but this is basically what you do here. Now you could eat this just as is and it'd be perfectly safe for you, but they say, and if you want to get the perfect movie theater experience, you need to stick it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So as you can see, it's just a regular bagged popcorn already popped. So we'll pop it in and see what happens. Well, and of course this popper, that popcorn boil I just bought, is meant for like the kernels and stuff like that. So let's try 30 seconds. Doesn't seem like it. Well, we'll try it out. Well, it's good for what it is. So doesn't exactly taste like a movie theater brand, but I wouldn't expect that. It's no different than what the movie theater flavored from Orville Redenbacher or whatever generic brand. But yeah, it's pretty good. So we'll sit down here, enjoy the flick, and catch you back with the review. Okay, so Creed 3. It's a good continuation, what I think. This one was actually directed by Michael B. Jordan. Basically, the story centers around the retirement of Adonis Creed, and he's getting ready to hang up his boxing gloves, but then there's somebody from his past who wants a shot at the gold, and this guy used to be a childhood friend of his, but he really wants the titles, and basically this guy comes in all friendly, but this was when Adonis was, doing some things he shouldn't have done. The guy took the rap for the crime, basically, because he had a gun. And the guy becomes, his name is Dame. The character's name is Dame. Damian Anderson, but they call him Dame. But he becomes prideful, and he does win the titles, but at what cost is it going to be? So, and it's affecting Adonis's family, his marriage, his legacy. So he feels that the only way to step back in would be to face his childhood friend and take back the proper possession of the titles. This, I think, is a little bit different than what, let's say, Rocky would do, because I felt like with Rocky the situation would just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. In this case, with Creed, the first two films were kind of like foreshadows. Okay, Rocky did this, so Creed's going to do this, and then and vice versa. But with this, it's like taking a step back. And now, what I mean by taking a step back is that this is something from his past that Adonis has to face. He has to kind of face the dangerous past that he once was a part of. And there's some great sequences in the film. And it's a good story to continue on with. I just hope they don't string it out as long as what they did with Rocky, because with Rocky it started off great, then the further it went on, the more ridiculous it went on. Even though I like all the Rocky films, but by the time you get to part 5, you're kind of going, Rocky would never do that. Like, he would never challenge his opponent to a street fight. But this is probably the closest that they will get to that with Creed. Instead of it being to a street fight, it's challenging a childhood friend who has a troubled past, and pride is getting in the way. And so I think that was a little bit better done than, let's say, Rocky 5. And now, I shouldn't even compare it to Rocky 5. So, but it's... I just hope with it that again, they don't string it out too much longer, because I don't think that you can go much further. Because I felt with this, it's kind of left in the open a little bit, but at the same time, I feel it's close the book, okay? And just leave it at that. But If they continue on, they continue on. That's not up for me to decide, but yeah, I think it's already running its course, and I think they just need to close the book. So, kind of short and sweet, but that's my thoughts on Creed. And in terms of the popcorn, it's pretty salty. it's good, but it's pretty salty. Other than that, from me to you, see you later.